Okay, it's a new week. We are finishing up the details of painting, but we've already moved to the back. Hopefully, our foundation guys are going to be here later in the week. So we are demoing that last bathroom there. We're going to go ahead and tear that off. We just decided it's going to be easier to do that than try to do a new foundation under it. I was hoping that we could maybe save those hardwood floors in there. I don't think they're anything real special. They're wooden floors, let's put it that way. I'm not sure that they're a true hardwood. So we're gonna demo that just like we did this, and then we'll be able to do a whole new foundation that is gonna be super sturdy to hold a bathroom and our washer and dryer. You know, when we get that spinning and all that, it's gonna be on a new foundation. So that's what we're doing today. Hopefully, like I said, hopefully we're gonna see some foundation work happening this week. All right, so we got all that demoed. We are now raking and found some cool stuff. Check it out. We've got some beer bottles that I don't think are very old. This is an old milk bottle. The bottom is busted off of that. Some old glasses. A piece of, looks like maybe that was a lid off something. The cool stuff that we found is this, which is a, I'm trying to get it where you can see it. This is an ailment bottle for this company based out of Wilmington, started in 1906. Oh, good job. Somebody just found another bottle. And it's for everything from achy joints to bug bites, you name it. All right, they just found this one. Let's see if it's embossed at all. It doesn't look like it. I'll clean it up and see what we can find. But the other one is we found, this one says Washington. It's an old Mayo company, which I'll show you guys sometimes where the Mayo company is. It's not far from here. So that's a good one intact. So we got a bottle haul today. Some cool stuff. All right, it is a big day because the foundation guys and girls are here. We've got our front end loader and we are ready to dig some footings. All right, so you see all these shavings. That is because the guys have been shaving away and cutting away anything that was rotten or termite damaged. Now, obviously, there's a little bit of damage on that stud, or a lot of damage on that stud. We'll deal with that later. Right now, we're just working on these horizontal pieces. So we went, we did it there. We did it here too. And what we did was we got to where we had good wood. See, that's good, clean wood right there. And then we have gone the thickness of a 2x, and then that 2x is going to fit right in there to basically splice and patch in to do away with the rotten wood. We're going to liquid nail that in, use a construction adhesive, and then some structural screws. So we've just worked away some of that rot. All right, there is lots happening over here today. The guys are still over there working on small spots of rot, but the biggest thing that's happening is in here in the kitchen. All right, you guys remember we've got that big girder that's running right there and these old floor joists. Well, we're not convinced that these are structurally sound. Now, the easiest thing to do would be tear it all out and build a new floor. But these things have been here for 237 years and I'm not prepared to tear them out. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna build a new floor that works around this one. So these guys are busy digging over here. They are digging footings. We're gonna do one along that wall, one along the girder, one on this side of the girder, and then one over here. And I'm going to zoom in so you can see that big bad boy. So we're going to fill those with concrete, and then we are going to we're going to build like a little mini wall on that concrete, and then run new floor joists in between these existing floor joists. So eventually nothing will even be bearing on these floors or on these beams. They're just going to still be there for history, and a new floor that's going to be running here, a new floor system, will support this floor. So these guys are digging away. So far they found some more bones. I think that's about it. Haven't found any gold yet. So now we are cutting rebar that's going to go in those footings. Okay, so what you're looking at are chairs and pieces of rebar, and what they're doing is they're putting those chairs in the bottom of the footing, and that's going to hold the rebar to the proper height. And then they are attaching them together with these little twisty things right there. Twisty things. Twist ties, whatever you want to call them. So they're going to do that the length of all the footings and make sure that the rebar is at the proper height. Meanwhile, back on the third floor, we are removing all of this excess wood. You might remember these are the members that burned. We are going to sister these all the way down with a board on either side, and try to give this a little more support. All right, so all of these parts of the rafters are sistered up, and now we are doing the cross braces, or the pieces that run horizontal to or parallel to the ground. We're doing, we are using southern yellow pine instead of just regular old whitewood. And we had to rip, every one of these is a different size, so we had to rip them all down. And then we're using structural screws, 2 of them, every foot on both sides. You see our string here. If you remember downstairs, we strung a string so that when we got ready to hang sheetrock, it wouldn't look like the river. It wouldn't go up and down. They're doing the same thing here. We will suspend sheetrock from these pieces here. So they are dropping those sister pieces down to the lowest point so that we will have a nice level ceiling once we get a ceiling. So on this side, we just brought the sister pieces past our knee wall. On this side, our goal was to go 2 foot past the burned or charred wood. These 2 right here were the worst. So we took those all the way to the exterior wall. But the rest of them, we just took them to the knee wall. And you can see there, we've got our piece running on the horizontal member. And we're gonna do that all the way to that wall there. So sometimes your plan hits a snag. If you remember, we were gonna enclose all of this all the way across the back. That door right there, we were gonna pull out to right here. But when we started figuring our pier height, because of the slope of this roof, we don't have enough height for a door. So that threw me for a loop. We had all hands on deck over here, talking through this, how to get it all worked out. And we've come up with a solution. I had to give a little bit. The door is going to stay where it is, and this area right here is going to become It's going to remain a porch. Now the only downside to that is that this bathroom right here was going to have an entrance to the hallway, and now that's got to go away because that's not going to be a hallway. So guests will have to come through that bedroom to get to this bathroom. But you know, when you are faced with a challenge, sometimes you got to change your design plans. So that's the change that we faced today. We figured out a way to make it work. And I'll be honest, I'm already kind of liking it a little better. Yeah, we don't have a bathroom that's accessible without going through a bedroom, but now we've got a nice little back porch area to protect that door. And it's going to give some definition to this back wall. So instead of being a straight wall, you're going to keep some of that porch area, which is good. Heck yeah, look at that girl power. Busting up an old sewage drain.
Ooh, looky there.
Hot dog.
Still intact.
That's a bottle right there. Twisting that rebar so it sits on the chair and stays in the proper spot. I'm in the kitchen, and I was confident that we were going to end this week's video with a cool video of the concrete truck pouring concrete in these footers. But unfortunately, that's not happening. This dirt, this soil is really, really soft. You know that the river is right outside that window. We're really close to the water, and there's a lot of moisture in this soil. And before we pour, we're going to recalculate just to make sure, since the soil is so soft, that these footers are the right depth and will handle the load they need to hold. We don't have a ton of load here because we're really just holding the floor. You know, the walls are staying where they are. They're bearing on the original exterior of the foundation. We're just talking about right here. So, unfortunately, we're not going to end this week with us pouring concrete in these footers and these outside, but they'll be here next week, and hopefully the concrete truck will be, and hopefully you'll be back next week too to see the progress that we make in here. So, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed a lot of digging in the dirt and lumber on the roof. And while you're here, like, follow, comment, and come back soon and see what else is happening at the Hyatt house.